Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. EQOAnostalgia here, and it's been like 5 years since I've talked about EverQuest on this channel. I did have an EverQuest video up about 8 months ago, and I did plan an anniversary video, but after working on it for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 hours, my computer died and I lost everything. So here we are again, 8 months later. I've tried to do this video too a number of times, and I've had problems with my file being corrupted when trying to go and edit it. So it's almost like something is trying to stop me from talking about EverQuest. It's a little weird, but I'm pushing through, and I'm going to try to talk about it and get this video done. Just know that no matter how long this video is, my intent to get this done, I've sunk many hours into it. So I would appreciate if people would comment, thumbs it up, share it, that sort of thing. If you like it. If you don't like it, hey, thumbs it down, whatever. But I just came off of that hill over there, and I'm happy to report that there's no ebony recluse to kill me. I think that's the hill he came from. This is Kellinar, yep. I ran out here from Dark Solace the other day. I was like, man, there's so many places that kind of stick out in EverQuest. I should just go to them and talk about them. I mean, maybe I've talked about them a million times. I don't care. The server's up. I mean, nobody's on. And I can't really blame anybody because there's really nothing to do yet, but it still stinks when your computer goes down and there's like 40 people online, and you get back like 3 months later and everybody's gone. It's like everybody came on, they said, you know, what they wanted to say, and now everybody's just waiting for the game to pick up proper. And I don't know how far along. Before I even really get going in this video, I don't know what the status of everything is. I have no idea. I know they're working on the Hagley server, independent of this one, and then they bring things over to this server, but I haven't really seen them bring much over here. I'm noticing NPCs that I didn't see a few months ago, which kind of suggests to me that they're doing some things with the server, but I don't know. Maybe somebody who's working on it can let us know in the comments if you see this video how far along you guys are. I don't know. But either way, it's really exciting because we know that things are being worked on. We know that the server's back up. That's like the main obstacle, right? Writing all the quests and everything, that's a lot of work. And I remember in a video, I watched it not too long ago, I made back in like 2015. I said, hey, maybe this Writers Guild thing's a little premature. I take that back. No, it wasn't. Because there's so much work that has to be done on the back end to get ready for the server. So it's good that they started the Writers Guild way back. I'm not sure how far along they are either. But I just kind of did my own thing for a number of years, so I haven't been talking about EverQuest or making videos or really anything. Ooh, here comes the sunrise. I always like the sunrise in this game. I try to find a sweet spot to see it. Well, the sunset, I like it better because watching the stars come out and everything, it's just really cool. But we're going to bounce around. We're going to go to different camps, talk about stuff. I want to talk about Underfoot because it's really interesting what we saw on the LFG podcast. There's a lot of things that were revealed that absolutely blew my mind and crushed me at the same time. So I'm kind of dealing with a little bit of a sinus infection, so if I sound like I'm nasal or wheezing or anything, I apologize. Dude, I didn't even mean to come to Minnows. I just instinctively ran over here. I'm like, I know there's something over here. What is it? Sure enough, it's Minnows. I'll never forget falling asleep over here on my druid and hearing this. I can finally do this now. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Hear that? You remember when people would do that if you were AFK or something? And I would always have my volume up a pretty good amount. And I just remember them coming around and doing that. Like 2 people were dead. I'm getting yelled at. Mrs. Nostalgia's like, babe? You, what happened? I think she ended up calling. Because this is before we hooked up in real life. Yeah. It was just funny. I was working hard that day. I came home really tired and just passed out. I mean, let's be honest. Healing is kind of a boring job. I mean, unless you're in a really big raid or it's something crazy, you're just kind of, pressing one button, waiting for 4 ticks to go by. And you get onto the 3rd tick, hey, you press another button. It's like, so it's not the most eventful game in the world anyway. It's not like a Twitch-based shooter or something, but yeah. I'm sure I'm not the only person to fall asleep while in a group. It's just, you know, when you're the healer, it's really bad. So that must be Gerntar's mines over there, right? Isn't it? Gentars, Gerntar's. Can't remember how to pronounce it. Right over there, that's what we're starting to see over the top of the hill. Because I'm pretty sure that's where we coached in to come over here. And it looks like I already did the quest, guys. Because they don't hate me. So I must have already done that quest, which made them so they're not kill on sight anymore. I remember doing that quest, and then people would be like, "Oh, we got a minnow camp," and people would be like, "No. I don't want to mess up my faction with the minnows." I don't think that even mattered, but people didn't want to do it. They're just like, they like me, so, you know, maybe one day I'll have to go through their cave. I don't want to be messed with. Oh, you just got a random spirit chilling out here. Okay. What's up, dude? What's going on? All right, we're gonna get over here, and then I'm gonna stop the video just to make sure everything, because I'm gonna have to run it like 10 minutes and stop just to make sure my files aren't corrupted and everything is loading into the video editor. Okay. I don't have my old video editor. I've got a cheap one right now. And yeah, I decided, I don't know, might as well start making videos about EverQuest again. It's been a long time, and I've been feeling that nostalgia. And if nothing else, I can make like maybe comparative videos showing how EverQuest 1 relates to EQOA and whatnot. So there are things that I can do. So I'm over here trying to brainstorm, figure out what kind of content I can make. But I'll warn you right now, like I said, I don't have the best software anymore, so it's not going to be, you know, you're not going to get crazy intros and all that stuff. Unless I can work out how to do it. Using this really cheap. Anyways, yeah, here we are in Gerntar's mines, and if we went straight that way, like maybe at an angle a little bit, right? Alright, so thankfully I caught that in time. I remembered how loud the audio is in this game, even when you got it way down. Check this out. It's almost all the way down, look. So I had to adjust for that and turn up my gain. So I'm sorry if you guys had trouble hearing me. Scandalf is here, guys. Fear not. She's here to blow up your sunrise and sundown videos. Every time. Nah, I like Scandalf. She's got my back. Even though I don't really need her to level. It's kind of cool to see her running around. But she does get in the way now and then. It's just something that happens. So yeah, I kind of want to run out here. I was thinking, I don't know if I want to run all the way out to Elephant Graveyard. Because as you're going in between these places, you have to provide commentary. So you have to kind of think. And you have to, you know, think about where you're going and providing commentary. And there's really, how much can you say on the way there? You know what I mean? So I'm probably mostly going to be bouncing around, like I said. We're going to just, boom, oh, hey, here we are in Hollis, guys. Remember Hollis? Oh, hey, here we are in Nariak, guys. But we'll go ahead and do the full run out here. I never found the raid mob out here. The I think his name is Siliscore. Whoa. Okay, so yeah, we have this set up throughout different zones. Well, every zone has something like this going on. It's like they're just kind of lining up the mobs that are in the zone and getting them ready to roll out. But my lord, there is no such force. Somebody needs to do that.
My lord, there is no such force.
I'm just saying, you guys got all those tools. Come on. We can give Machinima a run for its money. We can revive Machinima. I think it's been dead for years. I don't know. I haven't watched World of Warcraft videos in a while. Actually, that's not true. I was looking at the Burning Crusade the other day. It's like, should I do it? Nah. Because the same thing's going to happen that always happens. I'm going to go in and want to camp mobs, and it's just not fruitful. And you don't get anywhere. It's like, you got to do a million quests. So why is this game called World of Warcraft, but then EverQuest, which was mostly killing mobs, is called EverQuest? Somebody got a little reversal here going on. What happened? I always thought that was funny. Alright, so now, this is the Ta'il, right? Yes. I love that they're all here now. They still don't have them over in Agak, though, where I got the Weeping Spiral Blooms for Mrs. Nostalgia. This is one of my favorite camps in this game. It's, it's a low-level camp, but Aren't those the ones we love the most, really? If you think about it, it's like, oh, Crocs, man. Oh, bandits, dude. I mean, some people are phantoms and saved moots and whatnot, but I don't know. It's when you first start, right? I found that out about MMORPGs. You've got this feeling the whole time like, oh, this game's gonna be so great. This game is already awesome, but it's gonna be so great when I'm max level. But no, it's the journey. And that's why so many people go back and re-roll tunes. At least for me, it was the journey. Same thing with World of Warcraft when I started playing that in like 2006, 2007. So yeah, it's just, for me at least, I remember most fondly those starting zones, those first few camps, and stuff like that. But am I going the right way? I don't remember how to get to Elven Graveyard, however. We're just gonna meander through the jungle. It's a good thing there's nothing out here to tear me apart, because I would have been killed, I don't know, 500 times. I read a negative review for this game. Or wait, it wasn't this game, it was EverQuest 1. And the guy was just, it's too hard. I can't, as soon as I move, I get killed. Whoever designed this game is a fool. They'll never make any money. And it was like, just when EQ1 was getting off the ground, man, he was eating his hat. He got his revenge like 5 years later when everything just went sideways for SOE, but, you know, what can you do? It blows my mind, because I'm looking through the past and I'm seeing that they were charging us $15 right around the same time World of Warcraft dropped. Hey guys, we're going to increase our fee from $10 to $15 as, like, you know, the most insane MMO the world has ever seen that's just going to blow everybody's mind is coming out. Bad idea. Really bad idea. Anyway, I promised myself I wouldn't rant about these things. Oh, I see it. Yep, it's a spider. So yeah, we completely overshot Elephant Graveyard, and we're just running around mindlessly now. These things are so creepy. Even today, it's like, So whenever I seen these, I know I'm not the only one who was just like, oh, just anything else can chase me, but these horrible creatures, spiders creep me out, man. They're just creepy. And they're just, those ones, for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's the color pattern on them, it's just nasty. There was another one that was like yellow and black. What is this? Is this a centaur camp? Everybody's going to be picking on me now, and they're going to be in the comments and be like, EQ, don't remember how to get there. Nah, you guys are cool. You won't make fun of my poor navigation skills and 15-year-old. I'm sorry, how old is it now? My goodness. Like 18 years old? Oh, alright, so... Oh, I think I remember this place. Yeah. Where's the coach? There's a coach here. Right? Maybe this is one that... Is this him? Yep. Haha! Hey, why not? We'll go to Agok. That's fine. We're going to Elephant Graveyard. No, we're not, because I couldn't find it. I'm not going to run around aimlessly for an hour. Like I said, when I go over there, I can't find the dragon I'm looking for anyway. And I'm pretty sure she or he is up. So, it would have been cool to see the Sphere of Annihilation and the eyeballs, Child of Zrag or whatever, but I really wanted to come over here too. What's up, dudes? I almost said Basher. It's Bouncer. So here's our bank, right? Yep. And now this, I don't remember this. Just in case anybody's on. No. So yeah, I don't remember Short being over here. And even when I played last, months ago, I don't remember that being there. So maybe they added it. I do, however, remember that GM. I'm going to tell this story again, where everybody was just standing here in the beta, and we're all ogres. There's like 1 million ogres. Everybody wanted to be an ogre. And this tiny spider, it was just called a tiny spider, came running up. And you could hear it, you know, clitter clatter and scurrying around. And everybody's like, what the heck? And all of a sudden he hailed me. He's like, hey, what's up, man? And everybody's like, whoa, the spider's talking. It was one of the GMs that I was working with to help fix the portal in here. And to just deal with some of the bugs. So that was really cool. It's just one of those things that stands out. It's like, oh yeah, I remember when they used to run around in different forums and whatnot, and they were really active. They were engaging with the community a lot. You know, you could tell Sony was still pumping a lot of money into it. People were being paid. So here's your portal. I couldn't remember where it was. Mrs. Nostalgia's like, babe? I was standing right here. I'm like, isn't it inside the shaman place? She's like, turn to the right. Oh, yeah. I knew that. I knew that. So here it is. Hey, what's up? Do you want some black screen of death? No? It's pretty cool looking. It's basic how they did it, but you know, it worked. So yeah. This place is kind of special to us because, like I said, it was the beta for Frontiers. And we were lucky enough to get in. We both got a disc. I got mine first, and I didn't even have a computer at the time. She had to sign me up. I remember the cable guy thought it was weird when he was helping me get everything set up. Well, he didn't even really help. He's like, I don't know how to do that. Where's the computer? It's just a PS2, man. I just want to play SOCOM, because it started off with SOCOM and then EQOA later on. Alright. Yeah, there we go. I love the sky, how it changes from zone to zone. And there's always two different colors. Like out here they'll use like a greenish yellow with like a brown mixed in. Alright. We got over here just in time for the sun to go down. So yeah, I remember coming out here and you could not finish like the level 5 quest to get anacondas and vampire bats because for some reason they weren't spawning quick enough. And we were stuck here for like 2 days. Many people were. I think a lot of people just dropped their ogre. They're like, alright, well, I'm going to go make something else. We stuck it out. Finally ended up getting the anaconda and the vampire bats we needed. This is before I met the GM, who would have just, you know, he probably would have pushed us right through that. But yeah, that was a little rough. I remember just running around. I'm not joking, guys. For like 2 days. Not 2 days straight, but trying to find simple mobs because there were so many of us and the spawners just weren't able to keep up. So they increased the spawn timer and we were able to get out. Or they decreased it, rather. You gotta love the sound effects. I mean, it's like simple stock style stuff, but it's just so EverQuest. EQ1's the same way. You log in and you hear those kind of stock sound effects. Here we go. This is the camp that I was talking about. The lizardmen that drop the spiral weeping blooms. I don't know if the other ones do. Probably not, because these ones were added into the expansion, and those ones over there were always there from vanilla. Pre-fronts, as we call it. Look at the sun. You know, I just realized I don't think I ever introduced you guys to my rogue. My gnome rogue. So I went ahead and just created him real quick. We're loading in to click Anon. I didn't get him too high of a level. I think like level 20. Something like that. He was one of many alts, but I named him Lego My Ego. Some of you might get that reference. Other people will be like, huh? Man, I don't remember starting down here. Oh, yeah. So this area is a lot like Clack Anon, except they don't have lava, I think. It's just water or something. I don't know. There's some differences. But just kind of looking at the two, you would assume that they're the same. But they're in different areas. One's in continent of Fadeware, and the other one is over here in Antonica. So, yeah, I'm looking up at my wall. It's like, it's Antonica, right? Yes. Yes. I remember the banker over here. They had to change. I'm just trying to think of notable things to point out to people. But there were... The bankers, I believe they were over here at first, and then they moved them because people were getting stuck. I know they did that in High Pass as well. I could be wrong about this one, though. Maybe it was always like this. If anybody knows, let me know in the comment section. It's been a long time. But this has always been one of my favorite areas in the game. It's got a really cool, just, I don't know, like a mysterious kind of vibe to it, right? You hear the music, it's kind of got that almost foreboding. It's really intelligent the way that they did the soundtrack. You could tell they took into mind what was going on around them. They took into consideration, rather. Because you got to figure these gnomes are really close to the Dark Elves. And Lava Storm Mountain's not that far. And it's active, and we can see that it's active. So if you listen to this version of the gnome starting city of Click-Anon, it's more ominous when you compare it to Steamfont Mountains. Where the gnomes are from in EverQuest 1. It's a little bit more adventurous. It's got more of a sense of adventure to it. And then when you listen to Steamfont Mountains from EverQuest 2, it's more whimsical and lighthearted. It's just something that I picked up on over the years. I was like, oh, it's cool how they did that. I know I'm just rambling on about these things, but I just found that interesting. Some of you might as well. But I'll never forget the first time I came over here. I was on Mars Fist. That's where I started out. I wasn't on Castle Lightwolf at the start. And I'm so glad I made that jump. But I had somebody helping me, and I was on my Dark Elf Necromancer. And I'll never forget coming around the corner and seeing this place for the first time. It's so silly now because you look at the graphics are so simple. But back then, it just, I don't know, it blew my mind. I was like, whoa, look at those huge windmills over there. So they kind of pop in on you. And I think we came from over here. Maybe it was over at the other gate. I don't know. I'm trying to put it all together in my head. None of this grass was here, guys. So we didn't have any foliage. You didn't have any cinders falling. The birds weren't there. The fog didn't exist. The music didn't exist when I started. So all of this was very basic, and I was still blown away. I was like, whoa, look at those windmills. And I remember the guy I was with, he was like, it's cool, isn't it? So the first time I really ventured out of my home, Narak, this is where I came, the first place. So it had a big impression on me, Click-Anon. And I always thought it was kind of weird the way they cut off the music in between here. It's just centralized around the structures. They should have just kept it running all the way through here, I think. But yeah. Quick little history lesson on how I first came into Click-Anon and the differences in the music. EverQuest 1 has fantastic music. Everything that they did prior to Plains of Power and Plains of Power was great. And EverQuest 2 has really good music. I don't remember if when I left... Yeah, I think they were here. The recruiters. The sad thing is I don't even remember what they were recruiting for. It's kind of embarrassing. It's like, what were they for? I think out here we had Corroded Clockworks, which wasn't a camp that existed in Pre-Fronts, I don't think. I think they came out with it later. That or I just went to it later. And then Lava Storm was added in somewhere back there, I believe. I don't know if I went in there. I don't know if you had to get a key to go in there. I think it was Plain of Disease where I got handled by a light blue cockroach. I mean, he just destroyed our whole group. And I thought it was the dumbest thing, and then somebody explained, oh, it's like that for enchanters, so that they could have a badass pet while they're out there. Listen to the wolves.
remember jumping in here. He's like, don't do it, man. I'm like, I'm going to do it, buddy. I just got to do it. I think everybody had to do that once, but if you did it at a low level, it didn't really matter. It doesn't matter now either because there's no damage, but you can just hop in there. Enjoy it while you can, fellas. It reminds me of the volcanoes in Narak. You just be running along. I'm going to get to the top of this hill. And it was always a steep drop, too. But right here, yeah, they won't let you go all the way up. I forgot about that. Artificial boundaries. Whoa. That's weird. It's like it just gradually kind of drops you down. Can I get stuck in there? No. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just messing around.
All right, we're going to go ahead and hop into Narak now. I just went ahead and just made a random dark elf. I named him Homesick. I can't remember the name of my first character, my dark elf. I think it was something stupid like Bloody Mary because it was a female I was playing. Like I said, I wanted to do something different from most games, so I wanted to play a female and I wanted her to be evil. So this is where we started. Yep. So they got us starting in all the right spots, it seems. Grand Defiler Janaris. And the Spectral Servant. I remember he always used to move because people would come in and mess with him. So the Spectral Servant would just kind of sometimes would be over here or over there. And they all groan as soon as you go near them. I don't think it was anything like that. Before there was just on a timer. I don't think it was when you went by them. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Like I said, it's been a while. But this place, I remember thinking it was so secret back here that you couldn't... Nobody knew to come through the wall. I always think of that every time I come through here, how much we thought, nobody knows we're back here. We're super secret. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? If you were just running through and you saw that, wouldn't you go, and maybe go through there? Probably. So this is, this kind of breaks my heart to come over here. Some of you already know what I'm doing, probably. This is the gate. The infamous gate with all the rumors around it. People were talking about this for years. Because, I mean, look at it. It's guarded. It's a huge gate. It's got to go somewhere, right? And I knew this was the entrance to Underfoot, and we found out, yes, it was one of two entrances. The other one is in Moradham, where the dwarves start. So, and then they showed us the zone map and everything in the LFG podcast. Really, really cool. I have to say that it's definitely my favorite one that they've done. Just because it just blew my mind to see all of that. It was a big, I knew it moment, you know? And it reminds me of Champions of Norath. I remember going through Champions of Norath, another great game. For those of you who don't know, it was just like an ARPG, kind of like Diablo, but infinitely better. At least in my opinion. Maybe not next to Diablo 2, but, you know, Diablo 3, yeah. Anyways, I remember going into the underground areas there, and there were gnomes down there, and it just... And then we find out all these years later there's dark dwarves down there. There's a fungal forest that was down there. I'll probably have the zone map up if this stupid editor allows me to even do that. It's so basic. But yeah, it's just really cool, all the stuff that they had down there, but it's kind of soul crushing at the same time because we didn't get it. And I think that if they would have brought it out and somehow tied it to the PS3 and kept it going, the game could have probably limped on. But we've heard from one of the developers that the reason why they shut it down is because the whole what is it, the CVS code or something on the back of the credit cards, debit cards and whatnot. Once they added that, they couldn't keep up with it. It wasn't modern or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody here. It just seems kind of weird because I know that they were starting to tie all of their games together under the station pass or whatever it was. Because I used it for a little while with EverQuest 1 and 2 and all that. So it just seems kind of weird they didn't tie it to that and then put some sort of web page up, maybe, right? Just to, you know, maybe you couldn't subscribe on here. That would kind of be weird, but you'd have to go to a web page. And as I said, when I started, I didn't have a computer, so that would have been a pain for me. But I think it's better than shutting it down. What are you going to do? 9 years is a good run. It really is, when all things considered. Just the tragedy here is that they didn't keep bringing content out to keep it relevant, to keep people coming back. Because as you and I know, once you're invested in your character, you don't need a really big reason to come back. You just need, you know, a pretty decent one, right? Maybe add a little bit, 10 more levels, add some content. I don't know. It just seems to me like people would come back if you kept it going. It's just like a World of Warcraft. People keep going back. I stopped, actually, after Battle for Azeroth. I'm like, yeah, this just isn't... I'd come back and play for like maybe a month or two in between each one. I never stuck around, but it at least would get people interested again. Oh yeah, here I go, ranting and raving about what never was. So close to completion and tossed away all that work. But at least we got the zone map to see, and we can look at it and see what was, or well, what wasn't released. Somebody, is that on a server somewhere? Can y'all hijack that? Maybe. That probably wouldn't work. They'd shut us down for sure then. They'd be like, look what they're doing. Alright. I wanted to point out one of my favorite quests that was mentioned in the podcast. I can't remember who mentioned it. I'm so terrible with the names. I'm sorry, guys. But right over here, there's this quest you have to do. Whoa. Oh, I always do that. I hold that down and then it makes me think I'm lagging or something. Yeah, because if you hold down right one, it kind of does this. It's just weird, but... I don't see any crimson bats out here. Maybe they were further over there. They probably didn't put everything in there yet. We need to find the river. Oh, this twisting and turning, I'm confusing myself. Where's the river over here? Should be right through this clearing. This quest was just a lot of fun. And they said they had a lot of fun making it. And he couldn't believe they let him do it. He ended up scaling up a cockroach like 5 times bigger than it was supposed to be. And I know a lot of you are going to remember. Oh, there's the cave minnows. That's funny. I don't remember being able to con them from over here. Some of you will probably remember this. Oh, yeah, you can con a bunch of stuff down there. Huh. But this quest, they would send you to go get like a crab leg down near Grob. And then you had to go get something like all these different parts. I'm not even heading the right way, am I? Nope, there's a tower over there. I'm all sorts of confused. See how easy it is to get turned around? And I came over here, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago? Dang it. Where is the river? It's probably further over here. I'm going towards, like, Collin Ridge now. But there was a tent over there, like this one over here. And you would talk to this guy. And you put all the pieces together. And then once you had everything, the mob turned on him and killed him and then came after you. And he was pretty tough to beat. I remember just beating him, just barely beating him by the skin of my teeth at the level I was. I remember it conned yellow to me, I think. But the first time I did that quest was on my Shadow Knight. I don't remember doing it on my Necro at all. So maybe that was just for Shadow Knights. Yeah, I cannot find that river. Wow. Totally lost. Hey, we need to open our map, right? Open the map. He's turning around. What's this? I don't remember this stone over here. Whoa. Can I get over this? Is it going to block me?
Nope. Where are you, River? I'm coming right all the way back around to Narak, and I haven't even... At least I think I am. I'm so lost. Quality content right here. Super entertaining. I just did a big... Okay. Alright, so we're kind of near there. There should be guards over here. Chilling by these towers, but they're not out yet. They're on lunch break. Okay, so we did manage to kind of make it back around over here. His tent's over here, I think. Haha. It's either this one or it was one over there. But I believe this was the one. And he was just chilling over here. Him and somebody else, I think, was like a merchant or something. I can't remember. And this has got to be really hard for the guys who were trying to put everything back together. Is remembering, hey, who was with him? Wasn't there somebody standing over here? Right? Wasn't there a guy over here by the well or in that tent by him? So he was hanging out over here, and you get the quest. And then I think he moved out here. Somewhere over here. Yeah. He came all the way like over here or something. And then he summoned it. It killed him, and then it was like, oh no. It was one of those oh no moments, right? I don't think most of us really expected it. And like I said, it was a pretty rough mob for me at my level. Alright, y'all. Last stop, Elephant Graveyard. I couldn't in good conscience not come out here. After seriously whiffing on it, and I was pretty close, actually. But yeah, I just completely missed it. Close, but, you know, no cigar. So, man, I remember trying to rush through this camp to get to level 50. Because I hadn't hit 50 by the time Frontiers came out. So we were spending a lot of time here. A lot of people remember this area pretty fondly. So this is a later camp. And I do like older camps that came later. It's not that I don't like them. It's just I think I more fondly remember the beginning camps. But this one is always really cool. Is this where the Overlord guy is or whatever? Yep, he's up there. It's funny, I came to this one right away. This is the one that everybody wanted to camp. I don't even know what he dropped, or if he dropped anything, or if he was just for a quest, or what. I think he had a headdress on or something like that, right? Yes. And sometimes he would come down. Yeah, people would pull him down and he'd wipe everybody out. And then they added the Sphere of Annihilation later on. It's almost like they saw all these groups coming here with the Enchanter using the Ebony Recluse, and they're like, yeah, you gotta stop doing that. I know I'm repeating myself from other videos, but it's really hard not to. But yeah, it seemed like they always went against us, you know? I don't know why. Let's get out of there. It's loud. Some tracks are louder than others. But yeah, it just, I don't know. I remember everybody being really salty about them putting this in here. Because you would just be chilling over here pulling, and then all of a sudden, wham, this thing would come through here, and yeah, it would annihilate you. And then after a while, once we would gear up, hit 60, better gear, these things weren't really a problem anymore. But, I mean, people who were grouping here, they were in their 40s. Right? Something like that. And, yeah, those would wipe you right out in no time. But I'm gonna look around, guys, and see if I can find the dragon down here. Silascore, I think is the name. And I'll have that in the next video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it, anything you can to help get it out there so other people can see it. And I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.